A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6. Reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital, Nigeria. My name is Oluwatoyin Oyedola. We begin now with this breaking news. The Disciplinary Committee of the Confederation of African Football has awarded the Super Eagles of Nigeria 3 points and 3 goals in their abandoned match day for 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Libya, which was scheduled to hold in Benin on 15 October. In its ruling on Saturday, signed by Chairman Ousmane Kane, the disciplinary board determined that the Libyan Football Federation was in breach of Article 31 of the African Cup of Nations regulations and Articles 82 and 151 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. The statement said Libyan Football Federation is found to have breached Article 31 of the African Cup of Nations regulations as well as Articles 82 and 151 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. The match number 87, Libya versus Nigeria, of the CAF African Cup of Nations qualifiers 2025, scheduled to be played on 15 October 2024 in Benghazi, is declared lost by forfeits by Libya with a record of 3-0. The ruling read in part. The LFF was also ordered to pay a fine of $50,000 with payments due within 60 days of notification of the present decision. The outcome of the disciplinary committee means that Nigeria is close to qualifying for the 2025 African Cup of Nations with 2 matches to spare. The Acting Director General of the Nigerian Institute for Oil Palm Research, NIFOR, Dr. Isona Gould, have played host to Dr. Cao Hongxing, Dr. Liu Chaojun, and Dr. Li Qihong, all from the Coconut Research Institute of the Chinese Academy of Tropical Agricultural Science in China to seek for collaboration. BeeTv News Destiny Godara reports that the core objectives of the visit is for collaboration and to undertake joint research activities in the areas of oil palm and coconut biology, and to also exchange academic personnel and materials, including germplasm and international publications. The report is presented by Best Orator.
Okay. Welcoming the guest, the Acting Director General of the Nigerian Institute for Palm Oil Research, NIFOR, Dr. Isona Gould, said the Nigerian Institute for Oil Palm Research is a warehouse of all the available oil palm genetic materials globally, and the exceptional genetics are found among the Nigerian natives. He said the next phase of the collaboration with the Coconut Research Institute of the Chinese Academy of Tropical Agricultural Science is to build on the modest achievements of the first visit to address shared problems in the global palm oil industry.
The core objectives of the collaboration were to undertake joint research activities in the areas of oil palm and coconut biology, and secondly, to exchange academic personnel and materials. Since the inception of this collaboration, NIFOR developed markers for dural and tenaral identification and markers for date palm male and female sex differentiation. The Chinese Coconut Research Institute have in exchange received NIFOR's tenaral materials, some of which were planted at the main station. We have a field here where we planted the materials that we shared with the Coconut Research Institute of China.
The Acting Director General of the Nigerian Institute for Oil Palm Research, Dr. Isona Gould, further said that the collaboration in the nearest future will enhance the Nigerian coconut value chain with technologies for higher coconut yield per hectare yearly.
For us, that is a good achievement because it's one of our mandates to establish our presence in the global scientific community. So this is one way that we are getting through to that. And I was also talking about coconuts with them. You know, now it's no longer news in NIFOR that we have coconuts that can give you 180 knots per tree, 200 knots per tree. And we also confirmed that to them, that is a very high propulsion rate per tree.
A representative of the Chinese Academy of Tropical Agricultural Science, who spoke in Chinese, gave reasons for their visit.
Because from the coconut, we produce the number of the fruit, not like the oil palm. Oil palm we crunch the weight. This is the number of the fruit. So as a president, we want to in China, we want to bring in this local variety with high yield, mainly fruit.
This is the first time that the scientists from the Coconut Research Institute of the Chinese Academy of Tropical Agricultural Science will be visiting NIFO for possible collaboration. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Hundreds of people have benefited from the training and empowerment program attracted to Owan Federal Constituency by the Majority Leader of the Federal House of Representatives, Professor Julius Ihonvbere. The training program is part of the continued efforts by the federal lawmaker to ensure that women and youths of Owan Federal Constituency are financially dependent. The report.
Determined to ensure that women and youth of Owan Federal Constituency are financially dependent in the face of the economic reality in Nigeria, the member representing Owan Federal Constituency and Majority Leader, Federal House of Representatives, Professor Julius Ihonvbere, in collaboration with the National Institute of Oceanography and Marine Research, facilitated a 3-day fishery training and empowerment program for youths and women in Owan Federal Constituency. At the separate trainings in Owan East and Owan West local government areas, a large number of persons came out to benefit from the training program. The beneficiaries were trained in different categories of farming, which include fishery and animal farming. Commenting on the training, the acting chief of staff to Professor Julius Ihonvbere, Mr. Esabora, and media aide to the legislator,